Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me get my torch out. Oops, I messed it up. Give me a second. There it is. Hi, everybody. Come in peace. Relax. Relax. Just a noble knight. Taking a stroll. Down my way. Okay, Mutt, bro, where are you?
To me.
Okay, look, shh. I'm gonna have to stay right here.
Wait here. Stay.
Yes, stay. Good boy. Alright, let the shenanigans begin. Okay, dogs won't bark at me now.
Hey, who's there?
Uh-oh. So wait, hold up. How am I supposed to get in there? If that guard's there. You know? Does he ever leave?
What part didn't you understand? Hey! Hey!
Go away, go away. I'm just going to take this torch off. Okay. Go. 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 Run! Just run! Doggo!
To me.
Uh-oh. Alright. Success. Nice. Who is...
Poor fisherman lives without sin, but the sacred scripture speaks clear. Hear ye, good people. The kingdom of God is at hand, my children. But only he who holds Jesus in his heart, only he
Brother.
shall enter therein.
You know what time it is, right?
What do you need?
What are you preaching here, Father?
What are you preaching here, Father?
I preach the truth, my son. Do you wish to listen?
I'm not interested in your
Truth
lies.
sounds to me-
I understand you.
One more word.
Do as good luck to you.
Get me out of here. I didn't want to do that conversation anyway. Guy's preaching in the middle of the night. Yeah, that's Doesn't sound suspicious at all. So, would you get away from my horse?
Yeah.
I did tell you to get away from my horse. It ain't my fault you didn't listen. Alright, we can go to sleep now, which is nice. And then, I don't know if that's long enough for Hans, or if we have to wait a bit longer. Sleeping. In full plate armor. I mean, the most uncomfortable night's sleep ever. That's weird. Alright, so... I like how they're not stolen anymore. That's great. Go see Sir Hans. Okay. Alright. Go see our guy, shall we? Ooh. I have to wait for a second, you'll fly into the wall. Just piloted people. Yeah. My horse. Right, Sir Hans, come here, buddy. Oh, there you are. Bro, we are in business. She has no idea.
Greetings. What do you need?
I have news.
I delivered the things as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning, as I asked in the letter.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not. I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season. Her feelings must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion for me.
I thought you didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure. There's a fellow in Sassau who sells it, and he guarantees its success.
Alright.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. Alright, I'll try and get it for you.
I'm sure I can rely on you. Here's some coin for your costs. Take care.
Thanks. The Musk of Infinite Allure.
Yeah.
What is it? 60% of the time it works every time. What is it? Panther's Delight or something like that from the movie? I'm not sure anybody will even get that reference. Maybe they will. Some might. The things I do for Sir Hans. Can I go that way? Let's go. Wait. Didn't he say?
Yeah.
Didn't he say Sassau? I'm sure I heard Sassau. But the quest is in Ledechko. Must investigate immediately. I really need to get on with the story. Hopefully there's not much more to this quest. Let me get it done. Right, where are they? Up by the tailor. Oh, it's this guy.
Squeezed from grapes, cultivated from a rose bush.
The charlatan.
Well, well, who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returns. I knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess, you saw it in a dream?
I knew
You saw it in a dream.
that.
But I had a divine revelation. That next time I won't be around to pull you out of the shit.
Oh, well, I am sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But these things are sent to try our fortitude in the face of adversity.
I'd like to try your fortitude.
Musk of infinite allure.
I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Ah, naturally, musk of infinite allure. An age-old recipe, maybe even older. Tested by Moses himself.
Moses?
Or how do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for 40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
What do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and sold in the marketplace. Did Jesus charge for his miracles? But
Yes.
since you ask, how about this much?
It's not that you cannot buy such things, but since you ask, 2,000?
That's not much.
Really? All right, double then.
What?
Why? You... why do I even bother?
If you like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Oh, not again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Apologies, Master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
I understand your impatience, but the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window.
Yep. About that recipe.
About that recipe.
Yes,
He wants 4K for the recipe. What do you want help with?
So what is it you want from me now?
ah, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth, sleeping on straw, and the local peasants won't buy from me. They say they don't trust me, as if I were some kind of charlatan.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Does this look to you like the face of a swindler?
Yes.
I'm an honest trader in sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled souls.
Right, you're a real Christian.
A regular good Samaritan.
And any time now the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sassau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin. So what's needed is to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
Mm-hmm. Sure, bit of a beating is what they need.
Sure. Kick him onto the path of righteousness.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Hmm.
Violence is for the dull-witted. We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
The dead return from the grave, a corpse that the soul is unable to depart from, which wanders among the living, filled with rage at its wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once. But it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal with a revenant?
Garlic and a
Garlic and a
crucifix.
crucifix should be enough, right?
Those are things everyone should have. to repel malign spirits and other evils. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark forces. It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave, an empty grave that we can use. There's one along the way to Sasau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
It's not empty.
Well, it's not entirely empty.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely. What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
Why this particular grave?
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us. Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
I'll need a spade then.
I'll need a spade then.
I actually have a spade.
Dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do?
Keep them. Human remains are always handy to have around.
Great. And how do we spread the word of this revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here, too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
Where does she live?
Where does this woman live?
The last house on the left, on the road to Sasau. She was the first person I met here, and by the time I reached the village green, I already had a mob looking suspiciously at me. The rumor-mongering fishwife.
And what am I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave, and before evening, I'll wager the whole village will know about it.
And that's all?
Not quite. You should ask her who was buried there. So we've got a story to work with.
So, dig up the grave, talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise, no one will believe in the revenant.
I might have known any task for Capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing. Jesus.
I mean, at this point in time, I could just give him the 4K. I have more than enough money for this. I'm just conscious. I didn't realize I have like 4 days left before number 2's out, and I really want to finish this one before number 2 comes out. We'll just do this and see what happens. Hopefully this gets over and done with pretty quickly, and we can get Sir Capon's quest done. And then I can just fire through the story mission, hopefully, pretty quickly. But yeah, I realize I gotta get it all done by, like, Tuesday. Damn. The problem is I have to find the damn grave, don't I? That's a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nasty way to go. I'm guessing he fell off that little cliff there and got himself rather badly injured. Right, it's here somewhere. Horse, give me my spade. Do I already have the spade on me? I do. Terrific. All right. nest. Quite what I wanted. There we go. I have to take each individual piece. What? Please get out of the hole. Never mind, I'm also stuck in the hole. There you go. I don't actually want to keep any of this garbage. That's a quest. My card. I now have the remains permanently in my inventory. All right.
Yeah.
Gossip.
God be with you, good wife. Has something happened here?
Heavens no. It's quiet here.
Mm-hmm.
Some other places.
And what about that empty grave?
What empty grave would that be now?
The one beyond the village, alongside the road to Sasau. Just by the river, on the Pine Headland.
How would you know it's empty? Unless it was dug up.
Oh, it's dug up, all right. Freshly. And empty. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Lord in heaven. What in the name of...
How come it's not in hallowed ground, anyway? Only unrepentant sinners are buried like that. Usually.
I don't like to say. It's an old wound that's best forgotten.
Whose grave is it?
Well, once a long time ago there was a young charcoal burner living here with his wife. There was always a lot of charcoal burners here, but this fellow worked alone. That's not an easy job for one man.
No one wanted to work with him, or what?
Oh, he was a hard-headed fellow who always wanted to take care of his family himself.
Ambitious, was he?
Well, I can understand that. It's always better to work for yourself than break your back for someone else.
His wife was expecting, though no one knew it yet. And he wasn't doing well at all. Soon enough, they had nothing to eat. And so he took to thieving.
Stealing is wrong.
Well, thieving is wrong.
Aye, but when there's a child on the way and your wife hasn't the strength to get out of bed for the hunger, well, you ought to think differently.
And did he get caught?
Well, at first it was just a few eggs going missing from people's hen coops. But then it was anything that wasn't nailed down. And in the end, they caught him.
And I suppose he was harshly punished for it.
Even then, he didn't let on why he was doing it. They whipped the skin off his back and banished him from Leditchcom.
So justice was done then?
It wasn't enough for some folk. When the butcher found out he'd never get any compensation, he wanted them to chop off the charcoal burner's hands. If the bailiff hadn't talked sense into him, he'd have done it himself with his cleaver.
Well, he got off lightly enough then.
And in the end, he got what was coming to him, and more.
The butcher caught up with him?
No. It was the mills of God turning slowly but surely. His wife bled to death in childbirth, and the child died with her.
So tragic. That's very sad.
I'm sorry to hear that. But at least he knew they were gone to a better place.
Jeez, Henry.
Nothing could have been done to save them.
There was no one there. He had no one who would care for his wife. They say on that day, he parted ways with God forever. And he turned his back on the village too. I reckon he never forgave himself. Nor us, either.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways. But how did he end up?
Don't ask me that, lad. I beg you.
Well, now I need to know. Come on, tell me.
Come now, good wife. You can't leave the story unfinished.
I said no. Will you let it lie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Marvel at the miraculous items on offer today for a fraction of... Good day.
The tragic fate of the charcoal burner.
I know who was buried in that grave. A young charcoal burner.
So begins the tragic tale of the young charcoal burner who became entangled with the devil himself.
Oh, don't start. What devil? I'm trying to tell you. Ugh. He was from Ledechko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't manage. When she fell pregnant, he took to stealing.
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon he sold his soul to the devil to fill his stomach.
They caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God, apparently.
But when the time came to pay his debt to hell, the devil had no use for his soul, and took his wife and child instead. The charcoal burner cursed God, who struck him down in righteous vengeance. But the dead man's soul never left his body. He came back as a revenant to vent his rage at God and men and take vengeance on the living.
Jesus, did you listen to what I said at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Oh, never mind. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, the question is, what would the revenant do to get revenge on the villagers? Well, apprentice?
His wife died.
What about his wife and child? No doubt he'd want to avenge their death.
Well, how did they die?
In childbirth.
And when his love turned to rage, the water turned to blood. Nothing too original. But it's tried and tested.
But it's tried and
Do it
tested.
at the baths, everyone will hear of it.
How am I supposed to do that? It might be a bit suspicious if I'm seen walking around with a pail of blood.
No problem. There's a certain potion that will do the trick easily.
Okay.
He cursed God. That's very serious.
What is it that most brings God to mind?
They don't have a church there. But everyone will have a rosary. I can't think of anything else.
That's it! If folks start losing their rosaries, they'll have sleepless nights over it.
You want me to steal rosaries? But that's...
Or just exchange them.
For what?
For nothing.
Great.
Exchange them for nothing.
He was stealing food from people, right? So, supposing he started again.
We should steal from people? Disgraceful. Have you no shame?
Maybe just a few eggs from hen coops, like the gossip mentioned.
Well, that wouldn't be too serious a sin. Will they put it down to the revenant, though?
They would, if I put some charcoal there instead.
And their nourishment he turned into ash.
The gossip mentioned the butcher. It seems he was infuriated that the charcoal burner's punishment was too lenient.
And the revenant spoiled their meat with his malign touch.
How's that?
Spoiled meat is a classic example of a revenant's power.
I thought it was the work of bad butchers.
Yeah.
That too, sometimes.
So, I should switch the good meat for bad at the butcher's. What about the butcher woman?
What about her?
Well, her conscience is still troubled on account of her man, and she feels haunted. This won't help her much.
What's that got to do with you?
Well, I want to help her.
All right, if you can find some other solution, you don't have to switch the meat. But I wouldn't worry about her. But make sure it's the same kind of meat. Not even a revenant will turn a cow into a chicken. So, switch eggs for charcoal, switch the meat, color the water in the baths, and switch the rosaries.
Yeah, and steal a switch.
I hope so. Of course, if you come up with anything else, don't let me hold you back. Talking to people might give you ideas. Traders, the bailiff.
Well, what if someone sees me in the act?
They mustn't. Otherwise, it'll end up like Sasau all over again. Don't draw attention to yourself, or they'll put two and two together.
Sure. I'll keep my head down. And how will I know if I've succeeded? I doubt it'll be announced on the market square.
I'll be the first to know. They'll come running to me for a remedy, like hens at feeding time. Off you go and raise hell.
Valor remains.
Whatever he did, don't you think he deserves some peace?
Dear Henry, after all the poor wretch went through, I'd say he's beyond any peace.
Well, he certainly won't have any as long as I'm carrying his bones around with me.
Ah, but you know who those remains could help?
Help? Who? How?
Me, of course. And I'd pay you a nice price for a revenant's bones.
But there is no revenant.
Not yet. What do you say?
Why not? We could bury them again.
I think I'd rather bury them.
You could. But what a waste. Imagine the power they could have.
At least the poor wretch will have peace at last.
Maybe. As long as you bury him in hallowed ground. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Like in Ratai, maybe?
Well, that's probably the nearest. That gossip-mongering crone would know.
True, I could ask her.
If you must. But for heaven's sake, don't even hint to her what you're up to. God be with you.
Right, so I got a bit of work to do, apparently. What's that? Oh, bury the remains, okay. What about the eggs? Where's the egg thing gone? Cool the water in the baths. How am I supposed to do that?
What are you
Hey, what
gaping?
the...
Have you paid? No?
Want something from me, do you? What do you think you're doing? You've no business here.
How am I supposed to colour it, exactly? Brew the potion to colour the water.
What's the recipe for that potion you were talking about?
You mean for coloring the water? Ah, well...
Well,
Pay close attention now.
I'm all ears.
How love turned to bloodshed. Once there was a knight who, though upright and noble-looking, had a prickly, unapproachable appearance. He fell in love.
Dude, I don't have
with a
time for this,
fragile
man.
young maid, whom he saw with her sisters in a field, all wearing bright red wimples. But he was afraid.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
What
I'm sorry.
right,
I'm
all
sorry.
right,
I'm just
right.
skip. I just don't. Just. What training does he have? Oh, pickpocketing.
About that? Yes.
God be with you.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't have time for this quest. I just need to get. I want to get Teresa's turn. Teresa? And to Hans, and then I want to just do the story. I realize I just have no time. I really want to finish this before number 2 comes out. I don't want to be still doing this with number 2 on its way, so I gotta get done, like, now. So we gotta skip it. And that charlatan quest's a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
I will try and bury Lev's bones though real quick if I can just put it in a grave and be done with it. Just so I don't have them on me. But yeah, no. Brew this potion for hands. Because no idea how much longer he wants me to get, like how much more of his quest is going to be, there's going to be as well. Because then I think we're just going to go, once I'm happy with it, done these 2 quests, I'm just going to go back to back story until it's done. And hope there's not more than 4 hours worth of stuff to do. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. Finally have some rest.
Good. I'm happy with that. That for me that's enough for me. I'm okay with it. I would like to have done the charlatan's quest, I just really don't have time, so I just need to get on with this. Hopefully I have enough for this hopefully I have enough for this potion. We do, which is terrific. Alright, so prepare water. Okay, so it's water. Grind the sage, drop the sage to the cauldron and brew for 3 turns. So it's like, it's 1 sage for 3 turns in water. Okay. That's wine. That is not water. Well, depending on who you speak to, it could be water, right? Alright, good old reset. Terrific. Okay, let's try that again. Water. Good foggy looking water then, that looks terrific. Sage, sage, sage. Grind sage, drop the sage in the cauldron and brew for 3 turns. Good. That's 2. Add the marigold and the comfrey. Alright. Add the marigold and the comfrey and brew for 1 more turn. Okay. Okay. Spinny, spinny. Puffy, puffy. Alright. Add the cave mushroom, but do not cook. Oh, I forgot that he immediately picks it up and puts it in. I think I failed. I think I needed to wait before I put the mushroom in. Oh! I take it back. Success. Terrific. All right. Hans. Why are you at the baths again, man? It's like he's always at the bath. Yeah, doing this do the method with the charlatan would have been fun for sure, but I just did not have the effort, the energy right now to do all of that, especially when I need to get going. Hi, ma'am. This is my horse. I nearly smacked you in the face with it. Bro, you always in bath.
I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence.
Uh-huh.
But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night.
Mm-hmm.
And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
Oh, no.
What?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get ready. Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll prompt me.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get dressed up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect. God be with you.
Okay. Where's this book? I have Musk of Infinite Allure. I still have 3 of them left. Don't really need a horde of admirers follow me on stealth missions. It gives me 10 energy. That's kind of funny. I have to try it myself, you know? Got some dried venison in us. There's no way. There's just no shot that I'm remembering any of that. Oh my word. Alright, give me a... oh, there we go. Phew. It's like, wait, I have no schnappies left? I have 1. Yeah, alright, I have no idea. Why? Yeah. There's no chance that I'm remembering any of this. Instead, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna cheat. You never know, right? All right, here we go. Let's do it. I mean, this is Hans. So Hans, like, I don't think he needs to do any of this palaver. This dude could just get whatever he wants, right? Hans. Okay, well, I mean, at least he's not in the bath anymore.
What in the...
Oh, I have to wait till evening. It's had a few hours. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, where is he? Okay, he's up there at the castle. Alright. Gotta help him woo this fair maiden. Again, I'm not completely convinced he needs the assistance, but... No, we do what we can.
Yeah.
Alright, Hans, let's get this over with, buddy. Where you at, my guy? Hans? Are you in there? There you are, pick up Capon
Ready,
from
Sir
here.
Hans?
Henry, something's gone wrong.
Uh-oh.
Open up. I'm not going to talk to the door.
This potion went wrong.
Potion tasted rather odd, and now I have a feeling my face is broken out. How do I look?
You don't quite look your best.
No offence, sir, but you gave me quite a fright. It looks as though you've slept with your head inside a wasp's nest.
God's holy breaches, I knew it! And it's nearly time for my rendezvous with Carolina. What am I going to do?
Appearances aren't important, your words are.
Surely you're not going to give up on account of a few pimples. If Carolina doesn't appreciate your charm, she's not worth the effort.
Do you think she will? Even though I've got a face like an arse?
You'll sweep her off her feet. You'll see.
Oh,
All right, Henry. I'll do it. Let's go.
I've got a face like an arse. Whoa, hello.
Been to walk at night.
You walked into Sir Hans Capod's room to tell me that I need a torch? Sir, you need to know your place. Oh my god, fine. Are you happy? Oh, damn torch. Hans isn't wearing it. Hasn't got a torch. We should have just talked about it. I was hoping there would be an option to tell to like wear a mask or something. Is it not one of these ones I can just... Okay. I was thinking, do I have to actually follow him, or do I just like...
Henry, how many go? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
Okay. Anytime you want to speed this up, Hans. Anytime, buddy. Just say the word. Yeah, we could have rode it on horseback. Had you all dressed up in a big old good set of armor. No. Instead, you're wearing these rags. And you drank a potion that you probably shouldn't have, but, you know. Not that I'm saying you've dashed your chances, but I'm just saying that you know.
Very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the womenfolk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
Incognito. Mm-hmm. Hans, you do get up some rather wild adventures, don't you? I like how no one seems to be bothered. So Hans hasn't got a torch on him. Are we going to go... Is this like... This is like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Are we going to go to this window up here and start preaching poems to this girl?
Hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
Okay. It is, isn't it? She's going to be right up in that window.
Hide, Henry. Time to get started. How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else? She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? She knows that I'm... That is, her secret admirer is coming. And what am I supposed to do? What do you think, dolt? Prompt me from that book of poetry.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Henry, I'm glad you came. I love it. It's like, it's like, hang on a minute. But we're trying to be stealthy. Oh, hide. Here we go. I am prepared.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it?
You're nailing it.
Start. How?
Dude, you're nailing it. Oh my god.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Wait. Uh-oh. This one.
To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close with naught to say, like winter frost in May.
To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close is not the same, like intercourse in May.
No.
No!
Like winter, you moron. This one. To have lips and yet kiss not.
To have lips and yet kiss not is like leaving grain to rot. To love without consummating is like unsown fields in the spring.
To have lips and yet kiss not is like a leaking chamber pot. To love without constant mating is like nuns all feel in the spring.
What?
What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
Oh my god.
It's a feral goose here in the bushes.
Hans, you are messing this up. I shall love you then, my dear.
I shall love you then, my dear, as long as you lie with me here. If you'll not give your all to me, no longer shall I bide with thee.
I shall let you drink my beer.
Oh my god.
As long as you, buy one for me. If you'll not give your ale to me, no longer shall I buy for thee.
Jesus, Henry! What kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling.
I was gonna
You're
say.
an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
Blame the French. Say nothing. I'm just gonna say nothing.
Coward! Say something.
How did you like it, dearest?
Well, it was, Father is coming! Hide!
Who was that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut him with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said?
But I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming! He'll kill you!
He will not. because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard.
Hold up.
What are you after, you bastard, sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
I wanted to visit my great-grandmother's grave.
I went to mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
Now, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horseshit.
Why are you
One more
grabbing a
word,
great-granny's
and I'll have you.
grave? Ooh.
What are you doing here?
Oh, my darling.
Get out! Get out or I'll call Papa!
My sweet. How can you be so cruel?
Hey, what was that?
It's just the neighbours.
Well, I think the neighbours are being a bit rowdy. Nothing to worry about.
I could have sworn it was from inside my house.
What's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Oof,
Why,
Henry.
you fucking...
What do you think you're doing? Climbing in here, uninvited?
Ma chérie, I came to court you.
Then go and court me from the courtyard.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly.
They're
What was
going to
that?
court me from the courtyard. You're hearing things other people can't hear.
Right. It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sent Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she founded a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here, and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
If you're looking for the fellow that was here before me, why didn't you say so right away?
Ha! I knew there was someone here. Who was it? And which way did he go? Out with it!
I only caught a glimpse of him. He took to his heels as soon as he saw you coming. Wisely, too, I'd say, judging from the look of you.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
What? You don't love me?
No, and I told you, get out!
Well, how about a kiss at least?
About a kiss at least. Distracts his attention.
Oh, Christ almighty. It's haunted here. I knew I should never have come near this cemetery at night.
The only one doing any haunting here is you. And I've done wasting time with you. I'll beat you to a pulp, and then that other bastard. You'll get the hiding of your life.
Oh no, it's gonna end in a fist fight. You don't want this, boys, trust me.
I'll slay you for that.
Look, I'm a martial artist.
Is that all you got?
Down you go, sunshine. Oh yes. Head cracker. Down he goes. Boom, boom. Give him a couple of quick jabs. Knee to the face. At ease, boys. That's how you deal with criminals. Well, I suppose they're not criminals, but they were only trying to defend the guy's daughter. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Kill. I'm gonna stab these guys. I'm just kidding. They're fine. They're just sleeping. I helped them sleep. And you messed that up royally, my friend. What did you do?
Creeping around like a footpad.
Here's my torch. Happy? Hey, what about this guy? Are you going to abscond this man? He's not got a torch? Say something. No, of course not. They only care about whether I'm having the torch. Someone else has it or not, they don't care. So how did he mess that up so badly? Why was she not interested? I figured we were going to get a happy ever after. So that'll be it for this episode. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.